Hey guys, my name's TotallyGamerJet, and welcome back to another episode of Plugin Tutorial. Today is episode 5, and we're doing advanced block manipulation. So there's going to be a lot of math required, so if you don't want to watch this, don't watch this, but it's going to be very interesting, and we're going to get some cool results. So right now I've started with my basic main class, and I already have my package, and we're going to create a new, and we're going to call this block place. Okay guys, so the first thing we want to do is implement listener, and we are going to be listener. There we go, right? No, maybe so. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to be creating a block place event. That's why we call this class block place. And we're going to do @event handler, and then we're going to do public void on place block place event e. Okay, then we're just going to import everything and we'll get no errors. There we go. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to get the block that the person placed. So block equals e dot get block. So that's self-explanatory. Just import block from org.bukkit. Okay, next thing we're going to do is get the player that placed this block. So player p equals e dot get player. If I can spell player right. There we go. Import player. And next, we're going to get the item stack that the person has in their hand. And if you don't understand what I'm doing right now, it'll all make sense very soon. So then we're going to go p.get inventory dot get item in hand. There we go. And import it from Bukkit. So then the first thing we're going to do is we want to make sure the player has a permission. So we're going to do if p dot has permission, and then you would put a string here, and the permission we're going to use is level dot add. So if they have this permission, they can continue. So then what we're going to do is we're going to get the name of this item stack, and we're going to do, so to do that we do string name equals is dot get item meta dot get display name, and then there you go. And then we're going to do if name does not equal null, and we'll continue. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure the name actually the name of the item the name of the block that they placed is the block that we will, the name of the block. Like, so let me just show you. So if name dot contains, if it contains level, and then and name dot matches, and I'll explain what this does. So if it matches star 2 backslashes d dot star, it's actually supposed to be a dot. There we go. And then we're going to continue. So, okay, so this means, this right here means it's a number. So, like, if the string is like level 5, it contains a number. So this would also be true. So yeah, that's what that means. Okay, so if name contains level and contains a number, we're going to continue. So the next thing is we're going to do is we're going to see what block is. So block dot get type dot equals, and if it equals material dot cobblestone, because I don't know, we're just gonna use cobblestone. Okay, so if we do cobblestone, we're gonna continue. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take, so right now we have it's going to level 5, so we want to be able to split the level on the 5. So to do that, we're going to do string array parts equals name dot split, and we're going to split at that. So there we go. So we're going to split, and now 0 is going to be level, and the number is going to, the 5 is going to be 1. Okay, so then we're going to create an int. So int I equals integer dot parse int, and we're going to parse 1. Oh, not a. I'm just used to doing that, so it's actually parts 1. There we go. So then we're going to get the block, and we're going to set the block to set type I'm going to set it to air so it just gets rid of the block. Okay, so then we're going to get the location of the block. So the air block now, of course it's air. So location loc equals block dot get location, because blocks air is actually a block too. So this way you can still get the location of that block, or that where the block used to be. And then we're going to set the block. So set y loc dot get y, and then we're going to add I. So it's going to add I to the block, okay? And then what we're going to do is block blow, I don't know, equals loc dot get block. So we're getting the block is getting the location at, we're getting the block at the location of this new y. So then we're going to do blow dot set type, and we're going to set it to material dot stone. Okay, so let's go over this and see what we got. So first we're going to get the block, we're going to get the player, we're going to get the item in their hand and the name of that item. Okay, then what we're going to do is, if they have the permission level dot add, then we're going to continue. Then we're going to make sure that the name is not null. Then we're going to do is see if it contains the string level with that, and then we're also going to make sure that it contains a number. So then we're going to block.getType.equal, so we're going to make sure it's the cobblestone block, and then we're going to split level and whatever number is put after here, and we're going to put it in the string array. Then we're going to parse the string array number 1 and make that integer I. Then we're going to set the block to air. We get the location. You could switch these if you really want to, doesn't make a difference. Then we're going to set the new y to I, and then we're going to get the block at that location. Then we're going to set that block to stone. So now the next thing is what I do is I also want to make this survival friendly. So if you do this in survival, you won't lose the block. So to do that, we're just going to do item stack. We're going to add a new item to their inventory. So new item equals new item stack, and the material is going to be material.cobblestone, because that's what we use for this. And then we're going to item meta, so we're making a type item meta. It's going to be it equals new item dot get item meta. Okay, and then import that, and then we're going to do it dot set display name, and we're going to set the display name. We're going to set it to level and plus the number that they put. So it's not going to change. And then it's going to be new item, and then we're going to set the item meta. So the set item meta, and we're going to set it to it. Okay? And then we're going to p.get inventory. And what we want to do is we actually want to get the slot as well of the item. So up here into integer slot equals p.get inventory dot get held item slot. So we're getting the slot, okay? And then we're going to dot set item, and the slot's going to be slot, and then over here we're going to put new item. So there we go. So there, now we're going to add the item, so if you're in survival you will not lose the item, okay? So now I'm also going to do some other cool stuff that I figured out how to do. So I'm going to do a helix, and I'm also going to do a spiral. I'll explain it, but if you don't understand it, there's some complicated math required to do this, but it will work if you copy it exactly, and you can look at the source if you have some problems. So else if, oh yeah, so I'm just going to do a speed. Okay guys, so I have finished, so I will be doing the spiral next, but I just wanted to take the time and explain what this is. So we're going to do, if it doesn't equal this, then we're going to do else if the name contains level helix. And we're doing contains level helix because there might be like a space afterwards or something. I don't know, but yeah, we're just going to do it this way. Oh, I have an error somewhere. Oh, it's probably because I missed a bracket. Yeah, I missed a bracket somewhere. Oh, no, it's just because I have 2 brackets there. There we go. Fixie-doo. Okay, so then it's going to make sure that the item is cobble. The reason I did this after checking the name is because you might want to make this different than your level up. So you can make this one iron, this one like glass, or whatever you want it to be. So there's full customization right there. So then it's going to set the block to air, then it's going to get a location of the block. Then what we're going to do is we're going to create a 4, and we're going to have a double y equals 0. So we're creating a type double, and the name is y and equals 0. And then we're going to do y is less than or equal to 20, so we're going to continue. Then after we do this, we're going to add to y. So double x equals 2 times the math.cosine y. So if you don't know what cosine is, then yeah, it's math term. it's for math. And then we do z equals 2 times math.sin of y. Okay? And then we're going to do set the x to the location that get x, and we're going to add this x because this started at 0. So if it was 0, it's just going to add 0. So, and then we do the y, we're just going to add the y, and then the z, right? The z. And then we're going to get the location, we're going to get the block at the location of this new location, and we're going to set that to glass. Okay, so this is going to do it for, it's going to create a helix, and now I'm going to speed rate a spiral. Okay guys, so I've finished a spiral. So it makes sure it checks to see if the name contains level spiral, and then it makes sure that the block that it was cobblestone. Then it takes the block and sets the type to air, then it gets the location of air, and then we have a for statement. This is int y equals 0, so we're creating a new int y, and the y is less than 25, we're going to continue. Then after we do this, we're going to add to y. So what we have is a double angle, and that equals y divided by 2. So we're getting half a y. And then we're going to do double x equals 1 plus the angle times math at cosine of angle. And then we're going to do double z equals 1 plus the angle times math dot sin of the angle. And then we're going to set it the x, y, and z. And then we're going to get the block at that location, and we're going to set that type to iron block. So yeah guys, so hopefully if you didn't understand this, maybe you'll learn in school, but if you did understand it, great, because this is some pretty complicated math. And yeah, so now we're going to just go into our main. We're going to create a plugin manager PM equals bucket.get plugin manager. Okay, there we go, and import plugin manager. And then I'm going to do pm.register events down here. It's going to be a new block place, okay? Import block place. And then we're going to do this. And that's all we need to do. So now that our class is done, we can, you don't need to do anything in your plugin.yml. You can just use the default. And then just export it. And I'll meet you guys in game. Okay guys, so now I'm on the server, and I'm just gonna show you. I've been testing a lot. Look at all this testing and stuff that I've done. Yeah, that was cool. So yeah, I'll just show you how to do some cool stuff. So the first thing we did was we made it so that you can add a number. So level 5. So if you go in an anvil, and now if you just place this, it destroys it and places a block 5 blocks higher. And then you can make some really cool structures. I built this earlier with it, and I think it looks really nice. And yeah, some other stuff I did. So now you can change that to whatever kind of number you want. But then let's do Helix, because that's what we did next. So Helix, and then this is gonna get pretty big, so you just gotta get some space. Not much space anywhere. Okay, let's do it on top of this tree. So deletes it, and it makes a helix. So this just goes on top of each other, and it goes all the way up there. And there's some, you can customize it and stuff. You can do different things and make it so it's exactly how you want it to do. But this is pretty much just like a default helix. So now I'm gonna go change the name one more time, and we're going to do a spiral. And ooh, made another helix. Whoops. So yeah, we're gonna do a spiral. I really like the spiral. It took a lot of time to figure out, but this is the one that we built was an Archidemus. I can never say it right, but yeah, it's a pretty cool spiral. And here we go. If we place this, you see we get a spiral. And if we go out a little bit, you'll see that it's actually getting bigger and bigger. And yeah, so you can customize it to be exactly how you want it to be. So yeah, if you have any questions or any problems with the math that I showed, just comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Leave a like because you enjoyed the video, and comment and subscribe for more videos, and I'll check you guys out later. Goodbye.